Natalie and Justin, Evree, that's a clever name. How'd you come up with that name?
Literally, we had tried to name it, and we had tried all these different names, and it was really frustrating because we would find a name we liked, and then you go and look and somebody had trademarked something. There was just always a
That's true.
hurdle.
Uh-huh.
So we were, like, frustrated, and
Uh-huh.
then we put it on pause, and then in starting the conversation again, I said to Natalie, I'm like, "Hun, I just feel like let's just think simply about this. Like, it's something that everyone will want. They'll wanna use it every time, everywhere, every occasion," and we were, like, just talking, and the every kept coming up. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, "Every, that's it."
That's
And
great.
so it's just kind of a fun little thing, but when they send us notes saying thank you, they'll usually
Now we
use
use it every time.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Welcome to the Get Your Marriage On podcast. I'm your host, Dan Purcell, a sex and intimacy coach for married couples. My mission is to help you build and maintain a sexually vibrant and emotionally intimate marriage. Join me each week as we explore principles and practical tools based on Christian values to create the passionate, joyful, and thriving marriage you're designed to have. Hey friends, did you know that about 2/3 of heterosexual couples in the United States use lubricant during sex? That's really cool. Lots of couples use it because of all the benefits you get. Now, there's all different kinds of lubricant. There's water-based, oil-based, silicone-based. But today, I want to focus on a new type of lubricant that I find really innovative. I've used it myself. I've brought this couple on that invented the product onto the episode because they have a fascinating story about their invention and the process behind it. The product is called Evree, if you haven't heard about it yet. So listen to this episode. I think you'll learn a few things about it. I'm going to call this a Quickie episode because I'm doing this just for fun because I believe in their product and I want you to learn about it too. And who knows, perhaps you might learn a thing or two about a good lubricant and intimate massage cream that can enhance intimacy in your marriage as well. Justin and Natalie, welcome to the Get Your Marriage On podcast. How are you today?
Thanks for having us. We're excited to be here.
Great. I've known you for about a year now, and in my hand is this jar, and it's Evree Intimate Massage Cream. It's an incredible product. Now, I've been in the marriage and intimacy space for a long time, and it's there's something very unique about this, and I want to hear your story, how you've developed this and what you're doing for couples. So, how did you come up with this innovative product?
Well, I'll take it. This one. So I love massages and always have, always will.
Uh-huh.
And one night, Justin was so sweet and he had a nice massage table out and
Uh-huh.
he was like, "Hey, I'm going to give you a massage." And I was so excited. So went ahead, he gave me the most wonderful massage, and just used some massage oil that he had found. And anyway, it was lovely, loved it. And I was so relaxed by the end.
Uh-huh.
And it was a little bit later in the evening. So I was like, okay, well, I better jump in the shower so I can go to bed.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And
So you
so
don't wanna jump in the shower. You
I
wanna
used
go
to,
straight to bed if you
right?
could. Uh-huh.
I probably could have fallen asleep on the table.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, got in the shower, hopped out, went to lay down, and I was like, "Oh, that was so awesome." And I was just so grateful. It was so nice. And I was like, man, how nice would it be if you could just get a massage like that and then go straight to bed?
Uh-huh.
Not have the sticky and oily feel that, I
Uh-huh.
mean, if you've ever got a massage, you know that feel. It's just
Yes.
ick a little bit.
Right.
And so, anyway, with that, he is always super thoughtful and he took it to heart.
Uh-huh.
And I wasn't trying to complain or anything like that, but he very much took it to heart and was then on a mission. So it was so funny because right away he started to go out and be on the lookout for a massage oil that wasn't sticky or super greasy.
Yeah,
Right.
what happened is, to her point, as soon as she mentioned that, then I thought to myself, "Well, this has gotta be pretty easy. I just got the wrong massage oil."
Uh-huh.
And the reason I thought that is I legitimately just went to Walgreens
Uh-huh.
because we had kids, and I remember baby oil, and we could get stuff like that at the grocery store or at Walgreens, so I
Right.
just looked for massage oil. and bought one of the ones that was there. So I thought to myself, well, there's probably like massage stores or something that you can buy a really nice oil.
Uh-huh.
Um,
That won't be
so
sticky and, oily. Uh-huh.
that's right. Yeah,
Right, right.
that's the objective the whole time, right? Her whole thing was it was sticky and oily and just kind of greasy. And if she didn't have to have that experience, that would be awesome.
Right. But you need
So
some sort of a material so it creates a nice glide on the skin,
that's right.
and it adds some lubrication. Like, it's a very important part of a good massage is to have some sort of an oil or some sort of a cream of sort, I would think.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally. So in that spirit, I started looking around and then asked a couple of places, just reached out to a couple different companies, and they were telling me, well, it is kind of what it is. There's not a workaround.
Uh-huh.
And then I have a friend who was a massage therapist, like a professional massage therapist.
Uh-huh.
So I called him and I'm like, hey, what is the very best massage oil out there? Natalie was talking about getting away from that sticky, greasy feel.
Uh-huh.
And he laughed and he's like, dude, you're not getting away from that. It is what it is.
Ah, and you don't know how to take no for an answer.
Well, exactly. And number two, in part of that equation was he said, if you could figure that out, everyone would be happy or
Okay,
everyone would be thrilled. I forget how he said it, but more or less like that's what everyone's looking for. And
gotcha.
so then I, you know, just started looking around and then through a bunch of conversations that Natalie and I had, I'm kind of fast forwarding quite a bit of time here, but we learned about a whole bunch of different products and ingredients and how things work. And to your point, coming up with a product that created that smooth surface so you could have a nice massage. And anyway, so where we landed coming out of that is we got to develop our own.
That's cool. Let's talk about what it is now. It's made from all natural ingredients,
Yep.
but it's a solid at room temperature. But you put it on your skin and then it melts, but it doesn't have a greasy feel. So that's the innovation of it. Is that correct? Do I understand that right? There's probably
Absolutely.
far more to that, but
But yeah, you're hitting the high level thing. So once we started down the road of saying, okay, we're going to create our own, and then we started meeting with labs
mhm.
and start having these discussions about, well, what do you want? And we had the ingredients that we wanted. And to your point, it was really important to us that it was 100% natural ingredient product.
Uh-huh.
And so that was one of the main things that we said. And then, of course, the objective of not sticky
Uh-huh.
and greasy. And then the idea was if it could absorb into the skin like a moisturizer, that would be amazing,
Mhm.
which we were able to accomplish. But the other things that you mentioned or to hit on is, yeah, one of our complaints with massage oils and intimate lubricants is they're an oil or a liquid form to start. Doesn't matter
Yes.
what kind it is, it's a liquid. And you're squirting them out of a squeeze bottle or the massage oil out of that. And it's
Uh-huh.
just messy and can run all over out of your hands and stuff. I think everybody can relate to that too.
Uh-huh.
And so we thought it would be really cool if we could come up with like a cream or something that was a more clean, playful application.
Mhm.
And so we were able to do that. Maybe I'll hit all of these points and then and then describe the product as it stands today.
Right.
The other one was massage oils. We learned there's some scented ones that smell nice.
Uh-huh.
And even some that were edible and flavored.
But they were extremely sticky.
Yes.
Uh,
Because to make it flavored, they probably add a sugar of something that
Sugars
makes it
and
sticky.
yes.
Like flavored lubricant, I think of. Uh-huh.
That's exactly right. And then the other thing we learned about the lubricants from all the different scientists and people in these labs we were working with is when there's a reason that lubes usually don't have any flavor or scent, generally speaking. And
Uh-huh.
that's because that'll have sugars in it or whatever they're putting in it to cause flavor and scent will cause irritation, mainly
Right.
for the vaginal irritation.
It could lead to yeast infections and other things like that too.
That's exactly right.
Right.
And so we wanted to have something that smelt good and,
Uh-huh.
and if it had flavor, great.
Uh-huh.
But that was edible, so we just kind of came up with this perfect product, if you want to call it that. So where the innovation stands today, if I could put a bow on this, is it's 100% natural ingredient product. It starts as a cream form, and then the warmth of your skin or the temperature of your skin causes it to melt down to a liquid. So it's a clean, playful application.
Mhm.
It smells amazing. We have coconut lime and pineapple orange,
Uh-huh.
and we're testing a
We've
new
got a new
one
one coming.
that's
Ooh, exciting. Uh-huh.
exciting.
Uh-huh.
And so there's the flavor and scent, but then putting massage oil and a lubricant into a singular product, which
Gotcha.
is very unique.
Right, because you can use it as, for sexy lube. You can also use it for massage. Both. That's good.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
And then Natalie's wish, it's not sticky or greasy. It absorbs into the skin like a moisturizer.
It's really good. Really convenient. Well, this has been our go-to. It's on our nightstand. And because it is a solid at room temperature, but the moment you put it on your skin, it melts onto you. It's convenient. You can apply it all different angles and positions, and you don't have to worry about spilling something on
Yeah,
the bed or anything like that. And it's a really nice, it's a premium product for sure. It has that premium feel.
Yeah.
How
absolutely.
many labs did you have to go through? How many samples? How many batches did you go through until you nailed it?
Yeah, that's a wonderful question. And the sincere answer is I don't know right off the top of my head exactly.
Uh-huh.
However, I can tell you the story and help really paint the picture of what happened. The first place we went to told us, and we sought out like who's the most premier lab that we could find within the state that we were in. And so we reached out to them, met with someone on their team, and went over everything that we were looking to accomplish. And he smiled and said, "Hey, love the idea. This is awesome, but I just got to tell you now, it's not possible. You're not
Uh-huh.
going to be able to get all of that into one product." And so we're like, okay. And to your point of earlier, not taking no for an answer, we thought
Uh-huh.
I hear this from more than one person.
Uh-huh.
So we tried a couple of others, and most of them were a no, but they were a softer no. It was like, well, you might not be able to get exactly what you're looking for, but we can probably help you get to this place.
Uh-huh.
And so we started taking those opportunities. And the different labs we met with, we went, well, in short, we met with labs literally all over the United States.
Uh-huh.
It was a 6-year period of time from start to finish. And there was a handful of labs that literally came up with 15, give or take, versions at each of those labs.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, it was a lot to
If
say.
I worked for the lab, I would think you would be very difficult to please.
Yes.
And I don't mean that in a bad way, because tell us a story about, like, you is like the feel, the consistency of it. You were dead set on what it should feel like.
Yeah.
Like, what was that process like?
Yeah. Well, if you go in and you're trying to explain to someone what you want, and so then they throw something together and then you get to fill and they give you 2 or 3 or 4 different things to start. And then you would get that and be able to work from there to narrow down. But in fact, this is no joke either. Our very last version before the final product, they said to us, "This is our last attempt,
Uh-huh.
and we don't know what else to do. You guys are being so picky and particular about this."
Mhm.
And so we said, "Okay, thank you. Please give us one more chance." And not like they were trying to fire us, but just
Uh-huh.
saying, "Hey, we've put everything into this we can."
Uh-huh.
And then they came back with the final version, and it's been the version that we have. They nailed it.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
Good.
And I'm grateful because I think, would you say we were about to give up?
Well, it was it was close. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not as picky as him, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not as picky, but I am grateful that he continued to push the way he did because it's optimal what we ended up with. So I'm not complaining at all because I love it now.
Yeah, no, I mean, we get, and you're a little bit aware of this, but for those listening, the feedback that we get is just remarkable. It doesn't matter if it's someone like you who's a marriage and intimacy expert and you've had the chance to try tons and tons of different products, down to someone trying a product for their first time. Everyone comes back to us with just this remarkable feedback. In fact, while we're talking here, I'm going to pull up a review that we just got yesterday on the phone, but maybe I'll let Natalie speak to it a
Okay.
little
Well,
more
yeah,
while I'm
it
pulling
is
this up.
funny that a lot of people who start using it, then all of a sudden they want to purchase it for, you know, a relative or a friend that's getting married. And they're like, oh, it's a perfect gift for newlyweds and even for like those favorite things parties. Stuff
Yeah.
like have friends that are like, do you have any at your house? Like, can I swing by and help me get some of these? Because I need some for our favorite things party. And anyway, it's been real fun to see.
If it's okay, I'll share these just our two most recent reviews, but it's
Yeah,
just
let's hear
fun.
it.
Yeah, we love just reading these. So, most natural feeling is the title of the review. And it says, beyond words, this is the closest to feeling natural and comfortable as when I was in my 20s. This is a game changer for me as I'm now in my 60s. Thank you. The
Wow,
next
that's
one.
great.
Oh, yeah, it's phenomenal.
So
Love it.
that speaks to the quality as a lubricant. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
that's great.
very much.
Uh-huh.
Love it. Love the product. Feels more natural than other products, and I love the way that it makes my skin feel. I love that it's not oily, and a little goes a long way. Anyways, I could go on and on and on, but it's just, we've been humbled and grateful that it has been what we wanted it to be because everyone else is giving it's thank yous. That's what's been neat is how many people, we thought we were coming up with a cool product that people would like. We didn't anticipate how many thank yous we'd get.
Wow, that's
And
good.
not only that, but I think that it's helped our marriage. We've come closer and intimately and just all of it. And I think if it can help others in that same regard, I hope that they choose to use it and that it helps them become closer too.
That is such a great. Let's end on that. That's such a great thing. You're helping build marriages. This is a great way to help encourage couples to come together, removing the barriers that are keeping them from taking that step to having a more intimate contact. That is so good.
Absolutely.
Where can people go to find the product?
Yeah, so we have a website. The URL for that is evreesensation.com, and Evree is spelled Evree. And then we're so grateful for Get Your Marriage On and the opportunity we've had to work with you guys. You've done a wonderful job at spreading the word. And so I know there's different ways we like to direct people to your site and your things that you're promoting because that we support them, and it seems that people can find them there too. So if you want to speak to that in terms of on your website or however you send it out to people.
Great. I'll drop a link in the show notes. So you'll have it there.
Okay.
Excellent. Very good. Thank you. Thank you for listening to this episode. Please share it along with our apps, Intimately Us and Just Between Us, with your married friends. I promise they will thank you for life. Now, go get your marriage on.